Okay, a pleasant Saturday afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago, to all our loyal viewers, all our loyal listeners, and those of you who have been locked on since the inception of Sentinel Media Broadcast. I want to take this opportunity on behalf of Hard Facts, myself, my co-host Prem Chand, and our team who is presently in studio to welcome each and every one of you to our program here today. Today, my friends, just to introduce ourselves again, I am your host, Imam Rashid Karim, and my co-host is Brother Prem Chand Baldeo, a very ardent, hard-working activist for the area of Charleville, Colahal Road, Monroe Road, and all those areas off the highway, the Uriah Butler Highway in Charleville. And you're going to realize from our program here today, my friends, what they have been doing in those areas when it comes to crime, when it comes to larceny, when it comes to flooding, and so many different things, my friends. So today I want to welcome you to our program. And we ask you kindly, please share our video and let this program hit the airwaves. Let people of Trinidad and Tobago and around the world know what is taking place in this once was a lovely Twin Island Republic. My friends, again, this program Hard Facts is aired Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays from 1 p.m. where we highlight the atrocities that is perpetrated upon the honest, hard-working citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So I want to take this opportunity to welcome you all once more again and ask you to share this video. We are live on TikTok. We are live on Facebook. We are live, my friends, on the different media houses in the true sense of the word where people have, Fire Stick and all those things. We are there also. So those of you who are watching, this is an opportunity for you to call us 740-3347, or you can call us at 372-2129 and highlight whatever problems that you are challenged with today. Prem?
Yeah, thank you very much. A pleasant good afternoon to Trinidad and Tobago, our warm, loving people. And to those of you who are locked on the World Wide Web, streaming on the various platforms. Assalamu alaikum to you, Imam. And to our brothers and sisters of Trinidad and Tobago. Namaste and a cordial welcome to our program, Hard Facts stream live on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. My friends, it is indeed an honor, a privilege, a blessing, and a humbling experience to be in the company of the blessed, of the illustrious, the people-centered, the Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of Sentinel Media Broadcasting, Imam Rashid Karim. Imam, thank you for having me, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah. My friends, a lot has been going on in our country, especially in the last week, Imam.
Yeah.
Okay? Road rage, accidents, predial larceny, crime, flooding, pothole competition, so to speak.
Yeah.
So many things. It can fill a copybook page. But what I would like to begin with, Imam, with your permission,
Yes.
okay? In Upper Ashraf Road, Charleville, Monday, that is Monday gone, today Saturday, Monday, there was a sighting, a CCTV footage sighting of bandits in the area. Director, do you have that footage? Can you show it? Okay. And that was Monday. That took place at 3 a.m. in the morning. Then Wednesday, villagers saw bandits again in the area. The Shogunist police was informed, Imam. They responded in a timely manner, should I say?
Yeah.
But by that time...
Hats off to the Shogunas police again.
Yes, again,
and even
right?
so much so the Konopia police station.
Yes.
Hats off to those guys.
However, no one was apprehended. They disappeared from the scene. That's the bandits. Wednesday gone. Bandits attacked in that village again and stole a full-grown cow. Director, do you have that clip? Can you post it up, please? A full-grown cow. Okay, this is the cow. By now, Imam, I am sure that has been butchered.
Exactly. Because
And so-
basically, I'll tell you something, Prim. When we see an animal, that is a very, very healthy animal.
Yes,
And
well bred.
I am sure that the owner of that animal is really and truly pained and hurting
Yes.
at this point in time, because I looking at the texture of that animal and that little spot there. If that maybe that farmer would have kids, that one little spot on the animal head would be so attractive
They would kiss it.
and comforting
Yes,
to that
yes,
animal. And
yes.
I'm looking at that picture for the first time, and I'm telling you, chances are that that animal is not slaughtered as yet, because that animal is really and truly an animal that can breed and bring
Young
calves.
yes,
All right. So again, those of you who are watching this video and you are seeing that animal, we're going to show that animal again for you all. So those of you who may have seen that animal, maybe you have some information that you would like to share, because I know Trinidad and Tobago matters not what the country is like right now. Okay, Prim? The country is bad, right? And the individuals in this country really and truly are very upsetting, especially when it comes to predial larceny. Because I have been speaking about that. People are planting. Farmers are making effort and sacrifice, my friends.
Can you put the clip again, please?
They are making sacrifices. Lots and lots of sacrifices. Traversing those terrain, that the road that is impassable in some cases when rain falls. And those persons are planting their crops, my friends. And you know something? They are being taken advantage of simply because in this area, the arena of central and other low-lying areas where farming takes place in a big scale, people are, they are munching on those persons' sacrifices. And we can see that when an animal like that is stolen. And when farmers take the law in their own hands, which is something that we on Sentinel Media and our program Hard Facts, we would deter that as much as possible. But again, we cannot watch every farmer. We cannot understand how they are thinking, because, when you are pushed into a corner, you have to defend yourself, right? And you know something, Prim, before we move on, we saw some photos where persons are throwing loads and loads of dirt. Maybe
to block the escape route. Okay.
Exactly. So maybe we could see that also.
Yeah, can we have that
Farm
video?
road.
Yeah.
Now, Imam, this
The
is
two roads
one
going
of
to
the route that exits the village from the east. Okay, villagers. I don't know who. Well, it has to be someone.
Yeah, somebody,
right?
yeah.
That dumped that load of dirt there. to prevent any escaping or illegal entry at night time into the village. Okay, there's another video with the dumping of the dirt. Can you show that, please? Okay, volume. Let us say what is happening.
I was on my way to visit my partner Primchan Valley and passing through the farmer's garden.
Okay, so the volume again, maybe we're not hearing it clearly, but again, the objective here of showing these videos is that after being,
it has cut off access to the village.
Yes, basically, right? and that is causing problem for legitimate farmers as well as bandits from passers-by from entering that area. The area, what is the proximity of that area and Kolahal Road?
A mile and a half, ma'am.
Okay, so that's more on the Jenningham side.
Yes, that is more on the Jenningham
All right,
side,
so
yes.
Thank you very much, Prem, for going across there and doing those videos and sending it.
What I would like to also say is that that cow that was stolen, when the owner, the farmer, would be grazing that cow on the side of the road, and villagers and other people are passing by, they will stop their cars and they will, the cow is so tail, they will pat and pet the cow on the head. You understand?
That is something, again, Prem, being real here, we need to identify this also. We have to be very, very protective of our society. And the best thing is, there's a saying, prevention is better than cure. I remember this. I remember this clearly. A guy from India came, and he was in the market, in Shawana's market. And you know what? You know what he did? He was buying his goods. And he had, that time it didn't have $100. It had 20s and 5s and so forth. So what he did, he put the ones, the singles, and the outside. And the 20s, long time, people would have done that. They would put the 20s and the 10s and the 5s, and then the singles would go on top that. You remember?
Yes, yes.
But today it is different.
Yeah,
today they will have $100 bill, and they would have maybe 50 singles, and they would make it look like a wad, and they will make it look fat and nice, so that people who watching, hey, that man have money, that man have money. Yeah. This is the difference between then and now. Yes. So my friends, those of you who are locked on, we are live here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, right? And our program is basically to deal with issues that is affecting you, the honest, loyal, hardworking citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. There are so many things we're going to talk about today in our program. We have politics. We normally save politics for the last. So those of you who would like to call when it comes to the political segment, call us around that time. That would be in the next 15 minutes. Again, those of you who have problems with road, that is the program that we're going to initiate. Because I tell you all something. I tell you all this, and Prem could attest to this too. I said it here. You look at, for the past 6 to 7 weeks, we're talking about 6 7s are 42. In around 42 days, there was approximately about 26 or 27 major accidents in this country.
With fatalities.
With fatalities. Yes. And people are not taking this very seriously. And I use the term GRA, as was mentioned last time, but it is really and truly not that. It is a handmade GRA that is happening when it comes to road. Just imagine a man is driving, you just driving your good vehicle. It happens to normal people. Sometimes you go down in a big pothole, right? And you don't really come out to see what is going on underneath there. You take it for granted and you continue driving. But you don't know if something break or something twisted or some nut come off from the joints or whatever fall out there. And you continue driving. And when you continue driving and you make a big lock with your car, right? And here what? You realize you're steering stiff and you run into something. You have to be careful. We have to analyze all these things. Road potholes in this country, as Alexander, ACP Alexander mentioned this on one of his programs. He said, and he gave example. You have to go so, you have to go so. And we have that video by chance? Yeah, this is something that we had to really get in place. We had to get these videos on them so that when we talk in here, people will understand what we are doing.
So, Imam, before you go further, right? On the topic of predial larceny, I just before we come on air, I came off the phone with my MP for Chaguanas West constituency.
Our MP for Chaguanas West.
MP Dinesh Rambali. Yes, and I gave him a heads up on what is happening. And MP has given his word that he is going to have a dialogue with the Superintendent of Police in Chaguanas with Crime Stoppers, and he will take it from there. We're going to see what is happening, and we will have a meeting in that village to inform the residents on how to prepare themselves for these unbecoming circumstances.
Exactly.
So again, thanks to our MP, Dinesh Rambali.
Right. So again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, please do call us at 740-3347 or 372-2129. If you have a situation that warrants individuals from other walks of life, other parts of the country, maybe in different parts of society, listen to your call. This is the place to be. Because when you look at the statistics of this station, when we move up from 477,000 people at this present time in just about maybe about 3 months and a half, maybe about 80 something days, right? And you're going to realize, my friends, that our rating has reached 7.6 million individuals browse through our channel. So this is a good place for you to make your voices be heard. So we are calling on you, those of you who are locked on, my friends, 740-3347 or 372-2129. Those are the numbers that you can reach us, right? So that we can be able to debate, we can be able to talk, we can be able to moderate your conversation in a manner that could bring some sort of relief and results. Check the lines and make sure the lines are functioning. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, my friends, when we come back, we are going to identify what Sentinel Media have been doing when it comes to potholes. Aired Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, where we deal with issues, relevant issues. And I know for a fact that Prem, you brought up the program last week, up to date, with stats on Abed Road, maybe Tahadil Road, that's Abed Extension.
Yes, yeah.
Did you pass there today?
Yes, Imam. Do you have that clip at Tahadil Road? The situation remains the same, Imam. No improvement, no remedial work, no attempt to have anything remedied took place there. It's the same way with the caution tape there. And again, it is a disaster waiting to happen for someone to fall in that drain, or a vehicle to go wrong in there, or some other thing to happen. Okay, so again, we are calling on our mayor, his worship, that is the title given to the mayor, right?
Yeah.
Your worship, Mayor Faiq Mohammed. Please, sir, there's a situation at Tahadil Road. You were there before. The residents say you were there. And you promised to have something done as early as possible. So they are waiting on you, and we are calling on you, sir, to do something about it. Thank you.
Right. So again, just a recap on what we have stated earlier. Sentinel Media Broadcasting, right? We are hosting a pothole competition. This is not a joke. Many people, when I tell them about the pothole competition, some of them started laughing. Some of those people started laughing, and they're thinking it's a joke. This is a serious thing, huh? Because I tell you all something, we have already awarded prizes to many persons, right? We have potholes as large as maybe 1 foot off for pedestrian only. That clearly indicates that the whole road is a pothole. And the hard part about it, some of those persons, when you look at the streets and you look at the area that it is taking out, you know, one person told me, he called and he tried to defend a large pothole. Prem, hear what this man say. This man said, well, Imam, that pothole that won the prize, last week prize, right, of $100. And just to let you all know, my friends, the individual who won that prize, he gave me the opportunity when I told him, I said, come and collect your price.
On camera.
Yeah, on camera. The brother told me, he said, Imam, there's many charity work that you all are doing. Take that 100 and give it to charity. Now, just imagine we are giving you on this studio $100 for one photo of a pothole that is wreaking havoc. And I use the word wreaking havoc in your neighborhood,
yes,
where your sons and daughters normally traverse, where they were able to ride their bicycles, and that is something that is far-fetched in their minds because they cannot ride their bicycles there anymore. So the guy was trying to defend. He was trying to defend the pothole, and he was telling me maybe that area, Valencia, is an area that may be in one of those stockpile areas and sandpit areas and stuff. I say, okay, if you are saying that, then why it is one of those truckers cannot take one load of material, throw it in that hole, and fill that hole so that the residents of the area could be able to traverse. So it clearly indicates, my friends, that excuses like that will not go, as a normal trend for us, because we dissect. We sit down and we dissect. Okay, if you are saying that, you are calling and saying that maybe he is part of the Truckers Association that is destroying the road, because that didn't destroy by a bicycle. Right?
Exactly.
And when we look at the license office issued a statement last week where they were telling people that if you raise your vehicle beyond the 3-inch mark, look at here, right? Before you are raising or lowering your vehicles, read this, right? And the Transport Commissioner orders vehicle for testing station to make sure. I don't have a problem with that, right? I don't have a problem with that. That make a lot of sense, because I don't want a man to go by any quack and raise his vehicle 5 or 6 inches or even 10 inches high, and then when he is driving, when you do that, people doesn't understand that. Last week I gave a little statistic that a vehicle might be weighing 1 ton, and if that vehicle is traveling maybe 80 miles per hour, that vehicle on the road will just only be weighing mere pounds.
Yes.
Mere pounds. So if by chance you hit a pothole, that vehicle will fly like a plane, and it will overturn, and innocent persons can be killed. And now when a person raise their vehicles, right, at unstipulated heights, right, that is going to cause a major problem, especially when you are driving on the highways and you are in a position whereby you mightn't know the terrain, you mightn't know the road. Like one person was identifying this for me, and I would like motorists and people who are using that, they are stating that from Monroe Road flyover straight onto the walkover, where the Kolahal Road walkover is, there is a depression on that roadway that you are driving, and you will feel that the road itself causes your vehicle to swerve, right? So my friends, again, the video that we are speaking about, and when we have senior law enforcement personnel talking about the holes in Trinidad and Tobago, the potholes in Trinidad and Tobago, we're going to take that first. Let's get that video, because that is public knowledge. It is not something that we created. That was on the talk show that is hosted by Alexander, Superintendent Alexander. Let's see that video, please.
Said Trinidad has the worst road in the entire world.
I went down point the other day. It's a good thing I have a device on the car. This is how I'm going. Hold on the right. Hold on the left. Hold on the left. Hold on the right. So I go now. It's the worst place to drive in the world.
In the world, I tell you that.
You're going to just take it from there, and that's a senior figure, and that's an individual who knows the terrain, because basically he would have been in a lot of police transportation from here to there, north to south, and where have you, right? But the point that I'm making, my friends, when you look at the condition, are the ministers, are the government ministers who go to parliament, do they use a different route?
No, Imam, they drive on the same road.
I do think so, because you are going in parliament, right? And parliament supposed to be, you are taking an oath, Prem. You are taking an oath to be honest, unprejudiced, to be, a person of morality. You are taking an oath to really and truly service your constituency or your burgesses or what have you. You are taking an oath Is the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita a joke for you all? Is it a joke, my friends, that you go there and you feel it, it is just a story, right? It is a ritual. You just go there, you put your hand on the Bible, you put your hand on the Quran, and you put your hand on the Bhagavad Gita, and you testify. You are making a testimony that you are going to do what is right. And you are passing in the very said road that people are lamenting, people are quarreling, people are begging, people are pleading with you time and time again. And that is going in deaf ears. We supposed to have the best shitting road in Trinidad and Tobago. The best road in Trinidad and Tobago should be in Felicity and Central Trinidad and North Trinidad and South and all these places. We supposed to have we have. And no, we have it still. It's about time people challenge the government to revoke that sale, to pull back that sale. Because hear what? There's a saying, you cut your nose to spoil your face.
Yeah.
There's a saying like that. When the decision was taken, where are those people? And we want to find out. We're going to do some research, and we want to find out who sold the pitch lake. We're going to find out who sold.
Or was it leased? And for how long?
Yeah, we're going to know. Well, basically, when they lease that, right? When they lease it, we have no jurisdiction there. We can't even go and get a little bit, maybe to patch one hole.
Yeah.
That is how bad it reached. So, my friends, again, you listening audience, I'm sure that there are many, many persons listening to us. You may understand clearly who sold out the pitch lake, who shut down Caroni Limited, who closed down Petrochin, and all these things. These are information. Sometimes it is good. We are here. We are in studio, yes. We are identifying, but sometimes when a caller calls in, right, and he say things, it goes, it goes deeper in the minds of many of our listeners and our viewers. So my friends, again, those of you who are locked on, feel free to call us. The number is 740-3347, 372-2129. We're going to talk about politics when we come back.
I have a question for you before we go to that break. All right? The party that is vying for governance, not the present party that is in governance, okay?
Yeah.
The party that is vying to get into government. The supporters of that party, do they ever ask this question to the leaders of that party? That, hey, if and when you should get into governance, okay, what are you going to do about the pitch lake of Trinidad and Tobago? What are you going to do about the clause that was set when it was either leased or sold? Can you revoke it? What can you do about that? Because, Imam, from the way it looks like, should the UNC get into governance, we are going to have the same type of roads, the same bad, deplorable type of roads.
Okay,
because
so
pitch is unavailable.
That's a good question. And last week when we brought it up in studio, we saw that there was a smaller pitch lake that is now mini pitch lake that is now on the journey of becoming a flourishing pitch lake, where we can be able to utilize those materials there so that we can be able to resurface and patch our roads and so forth.
I think we have a clip of that.
Yeah. So again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, call us 740-3347, 372-2129. That's a number that you can reach us and identify some of the atrocities that is taking place in your neck of the woods. All right? So call us and let's have dialogue. There are many, many things that is bothering you. Do you have the photos of the accident, Director? Right. So we're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we're going to get those photos. I want to just try to educate you all on what is taking place, because, sometimes you see one, and tomorrow you see another one, and then the next day you see another one, and it continues like that, and you end up forgetting what is really happening. That is how murder rate escalated in this country. Last week there were 4, there were 5, there were 6, there were 10, and what happened now is when you look at government agencies, right, they try to, cover it up, suppress the information.
Yes, the figures.
Because again, if that has been identified to John public outside there, people is going to be very, very scared of even driving on the highway, because you see an accident happening on a daily basis. So we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to show some of those videos. Up to yesterday, my friends, those of you who are locked on, up to yesterday had fatality on the roadways in Trinidad and Tobago. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to continue.
So, my friend, once again, welcome back to our program Hard Facts, viewed on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. I am your co-host, Premchand Bali. With me in studio is Imam Rashid Karim. Imam Rashid Karim, my friends, is the CEO and Managing Director of Sentinel Broadcasting, Sentinel Media Broadcasting. And Imam, you know, a lot of information has crossed the floor so far.
Yeah.
Okay. So once again, back to you.
Right. So what we are dealing with here right now, my friends, is really and truly is issues that is affecting the normal, everyday citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Nobody would like to get the news that there was an accident and their loved ones or one of their loved ones have passed on via that accident, because that is really and truly something that is really hard to really take in, knowing for a fact that you didn't have enough time to tell them anything or maybe make amends or anything of that. And here it is, the news is coming that, you know, there was an accident and my husband or my wife or my son has passed on. Now, these are information that we are trying to bring, we are trying to, you know, dissect it and try to understand. Trinidad and Tobago, listen carefully. Have you not noticed that every single day, look at your social media, every single day there are 2 or 3 major accidents. Three major accidents that is taking place in our country, and most of the time you're going to realize it is fatal. Something has to be done when it comes to identifying. Like, for example, let me give you an example, right? I traveled to Saudi Arabia on maybe 2 or 3 occasions, right? And what happened in those times that I went, on the highways, there were many, many accidents because of the distance and the fatigue of drivers, right? And I will give you an example, my friends,
tragic accident.
that when a major accident happened with bus, because that will be buses colliding with each other, you know what normally happens is the accident vehicles are left on the edge of the highways. They're shifted off maybe the shoulder and left there as a reminder to those persons who traversing the highways, especially in that distance where it's about 300 miles from one point to another point. And I'll tell you something, it is very similar. Sometimes it mightn't be that long distance, but when you look at the fatigue of our citizen, when a man have to get up in the morning and a woman have to get up in the morning and she have to face the challenges, the rigorous challenge of the day frame, right? They had to wonder, you know, how I get in a lunch, how I get in food for my children, how I do this.
Let me stop you there.
Yeah.
Where has this challenge, this stress, okay, this uncertainty about our everyday existence, this rush hour for 8 hours of your life or 16 hours of your life, where did that come from, Imam?
That come from the first world, so-called first world country, where they try to, firstly, when it was physical imprisonment, when you had chains and you have those handcuffs and all those things, those were physical. They got to realize that they have to release people from the shackles of deception. And what they started doing now, they started to create, as Bob Marley would say, mental slavery. And that is what we are suffering from. The syndrome that we are suffering from today in our country and around the world is a mental slavery syndrome, where everything is governed by another individual. And Prem, coming to this conversation, basically you would realize that everything is to make somebody's life easier and take from somebody else's life.
To make it easier.
Make one easier. So it's a war. It's a war taking place in this country. It's a war taking place in this world, where one country wants to supersede, another country wants to run the life of citizens of another country. And that is what we are seeing. We are seeing people in this country. Just imagine next door, Venezuela. Venezuela, right? They have rich natural resources when it comes to what? When it comes to petroleum, when it comes to oil.
At one time, they supply 1/3 of the world's demand for oil.
Right. And today, when you look at what is happening, those citizens of that country, they are living in shambles. They are living in a position whereby they don't have food to eat.
Abject poverty.
I communicate with a lot of Spanish citizens, Spanish nationals in this country. right? And they would tell us, you know, what is the cost of this and what is the cost of that. At this present time, because of embargoes and because of all these sanctions,
Yes.
right? They have to line up 3 days and 2 days in some cases to get 1 tank of gas. And if you get a full tank today, next week you'll get a full tank. And that is happening in our adjacent country. What if that should happen to Trinidad? What is our plan B? What is our plan B? Majority, many times I would say this, Trinidad and Tobago at this present time, all we have is oxygen, sunlight and water. Tell me if we have anything more, Prim.
Nothing else.
What we could offer,
Nothing.
what we could invite a man from America or a man from Germany or a man from Holland or a man from Pakistan or India. What can we as citizens of this country introduce, right, as a leisure or as tourism to bring them to this country when we in our own country every day there's 5 and 6 murders, there's drive-by shootings, there's killings, there's rapings, there's pre-deal larceny and everything possible that is making honest and hard-working citizens scared for their lives in this country. When was the last time the Minister of National Security addressed, is that individual alive? Is that person, is his portfolio being fulfilled as his mandate as a national security minister? Are they living in a foreign land? Are they not seeing what is happening? When are they going to come out? And you know, when are they going to come out and try to pacify the hearts of the people of Trinidad and Tobago and let people feel safe in their own homes? Prim, when are they going to do that?
Man, the population on a daily basis gives their verdict on his performance, and it is a negative.
It seems as though in this country it's vice versa. If somebody tell you that that fella or that individual or that minister or whatever, he's a failure, that is success in the eyes of others.
Yes,
and
it has to be.
It is vice versa because we are seeing nothing is happening. When the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa was there, and you know, one person it was alleged that person took some monies and what have you and gave her family some sort of contracts and something like that. You know what happened? Bam! The next day, that person was out of a job, that person was displaced. But when it comes to other governance, we see a lot of scandals being surfaced and we see nothing happening. So the question begs to be asked, is the law written for one part of the society or the law is written for the whole of society? And this is why we are asking you, the citizens of this country, you have a voice, call us. Just try to don't be obscene with your conversation and try to do not be discriminative with your conversation, because here it is, we are here on Hard Facts. We are trying to bring facts on the table. We are debating what is happening in our country. Prices of food are going up. We cannot live safe in our own homes. Our sons and our daughters are being taught in schools. They don't have a choice, a freedom of choice to choose what sex they belong to, because they are being trusted upon them. The alphabet, the whole alphabet is being trusted upon them. You understand? So a lot of things.
LGBTQ.
Yes, so a lot of things is happening, and you, the citizens of our beautiful country, you have the opportunity. Dial the number 740-3347 and call us, and let's have a communication. We have a caller on the line.
Welcome, caller, to Hard Facts. You're live.
Hello, good day.
Good
day.
Good day, Auntie.
We having problem here with water.
Whole of Trinidad.
Hello?
Our Prime Minister, whole of Trinidad have the same problem.
So what area are you calling from?
Whole of Trinidad, but we had this problem about 3 months now.
Before, I remember you calling and telling me that.
About 3 months now we having this problem with the water. Not now, 3 months now.
What about your lovely councillors and them? What about them? You talk to them?
Them is a waste of time.
And you're going to vote them back again?
I'm not going to vote.
You know, you have to go and vote. Don't say you're not going to vote, because if you're not going to vote, the parties that you might not want to win the election will win the election. So you have to go out and vote. Select somebody.
Vote for someone else.
Vote for somebody who you feel could represent you, who could listen to you.
What area is she calling from?
She's from Felicity.
Okay.
I remember that caller last 2 weeks or something like that. The caller called and mentioned to me, and I tell her, I say, well, look, Tanti, if you need water and stuff, let me try to see if we can buy up a load of water for you and help you out, because that's the best I could do right now, because calling these idiots, calling these people and them, and asking them to come here, better we buy a tank of water and give our auntie that water.
But
it's
hear
not-
me,
it's not
listen
the
to
right
me.
thing. Yeah, let me hear you. Go
Hello?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Not only I alone
I appreciate
suffering
that.
for this water about 3 months now.
Thank you,
Maybe
Auntie.
the whole of Felicity.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you. You see the difference between that caller and other callers? That caller have a heart. Because here it is, in our program here, we are trying to negotiate a load of water for the lady.
But she's
But
concerned about
she
her
is
neighbors.
concerned. And hats off to our
Yes,
auntie.
yes.
Hats off to our auntie there. God bless you, auntie, because you are the one, at least you pick up the phone and you dial. What about the rest of residents of Felicity? I think they're getting water.
Because they're not
They're
complaining.
suffering just like me.
No, they are suffering. They're not suffering because
not complaining.
if you, what is your age, auntie?
My 75 years old.
75 years old and you sound like an 18-year-old. But what I'm saying, listen carefully. They are not suffering because they have an opportunity, just like how you have an opportunity to write the minister to come out and protest. But when the call is made for them to come out and protest, they will shift the curtain. I know they will shift the curtain and watch and say, let the jackass spray and let the idiot do things. We will benefit. That is how people are
Exactly.
thinking. That is how they are thinking in our country. And that is not only Felicity.
Exactly.
That is happening all over the world, all over the country, Trinidad and Tobago, as well as other places. When atrocities, when good people stay quiet, evil prevails. Thank you, Tanti. Thank you very much.
But you see, hello,
Yeah, go ahead.
now all over Trinidad having water, but we had it for months.
I understand the point. I understand. We have it as you know, the landing strip. It starts from we first and then it goes to the other people. So we suffer. I understand. So we're going to debate this again. We'll call you after the show. We'll call you and we'll have a chat with you. Okay?
So, Imam, we are calling on WASA. Water and Sewage Authority Central Division Felicity is having a shortage of water supply for the past 3 months. WASA, do something. Who is the consultant area going up? Is it an incumbent or a new person?
It's a new person, I believe.
Okay.
A new person.
New prospective candidate, councillor for Felicity. Whoever you are, get up, make your calls, do something for Felicity area, please. Your people are suffering.
Listen, Prem, I think you're kind of aligning kind of negative there, and I want to correct you on that. Now, normally, we would have said that.
Okay.
But you know, and I know, and we're looking at the tides being, a little rough, because people are saying certain things. We are seeing it, we are hearing it, and that's the reason why we ask, and we are sending out invitation. This morning I made a personal call to the United Farmers Association and asking them that, hear what? You all are doing a good job. People are seeing your work. They are seeing you on the media. They are seeing you are getting recognized as a voice. Now, we want you to come here, sit on this program with us and identify what it is that you are going to do different. Are you going to do the same thing that has been done in the past? Because hear what? If you are going to write letters, right, to say WASA, an example. We don't have water in Felicity. You're going to write the borough of Shogunas, right?
That has been done already?
That has been done. You're going to write the MPs. That has been done. What you need to do is let housewives and children and the entire capacity of Felicity come out in their large numbers. But
I now get what you are getting.
yes,
saying.
we need to come out there and come out there just like
and
what
let
is
your voices be heard.
yes.
Let your faces be seen.
Yes, we had to do that. Make some bandara pot of food.
Yes.
And we carry it outside there and we make some curry and some rice and some roti and some dal or something.
Don't move the curtain and peep anymore.
Yes, and let's come out there and go outside and send a clear message that, here what? Felicity, we're not taking this anymore. Monroe Road, we're not taking this anymore. Caranash, we're not taking this anymore. We put you, we vote you because we thought, you remember I tell you the guy said chop off your finger, eh?
Yes.
He said, Imam, cut off this finger, you know. People are saying that after the election because what happens, that is a normal trend. People take the position and when it comes to servicing the position, they are not doing it. We're going to take a break and we're asking you, the callers outside there, do you have problem with WASA? Do you have problem with TNTech? Do you have problem with the infrastructure? Are you having good roads? Are you living in a different planet? Call us, let us know what is going on. Enter our pothole competition. Let us embarrass them. This is the whole objective. The Prem, you know something? The whole objective of this pothole competition is not for the money, you know.
No.
But what we are trying to do, we're trying to archive. We're trying to build an album. And I want to go back good printry. one of those printers and print this book. You know how they normally have a carnival where all them women and them with their clothes off and this, that, the next, and they're doing the thing.
Yeah.
I want to do that, and I want to send it to all the CARICOM countries. I want to send it to the international bodies of the world and let them understand that Trinidad and Tobago, we have a pitch lake and we have the worst damn road. This was said by the acting superintendent of police, Philip Alexander.
Yeah.
He mentioned that. We have the
Roger
Alexander. We have the worst road in the world. He didn't say the country, in the world. And then he gave, examples when he drive in his vehicle. He will go on this side, that side. I thought he was dancing the merengue. I thought you were dancing.
No, you were maneuvering the holes.
Yes. So my friends, again, those of you who are locked on, this is your program. This program, Hard Facts, is your program. This is not Prem and Imam program. This is your program where housewives have a voice, where the farmers have a voice, where the professionals have a voice, where the businessmen have a voice, where the righteous religious people have a voice. So those of you who are locked on, 740-3347 or 372-2129, call us and let's talk. Let's have dialogue, my friends.
Viewed on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. With me in studio is the illustrious, the dynamic, the voice for us, the vehement, the fearless Imam Rashid Karim. Thank you very much, Imam. My friends, this program is geared to bring to the fore, to highlight the ills of society, to highlight what is affecting us on an everyday basis. Roads, infrastructure, the high cost of living, predial larceny, crime, high taxes issues, selling away of our natural resources. There's something this government has implemented. It is called when they make a deal and a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
How the hell could you take my taxpayers' money, okay, invest it in something and tell me you cannot tell me what was the deal?
Non-disclosure.
Non-disclosure. What crap is that? Anyway, before we go further, friends, right? During the break period, I had to calm down Imam a bit. All right? In here, it is so hot. This jacket, the suit, the mental heat, the physical body heat, the heat of the program, everything is hot in here. So, what I would like to say to Imam here, Imam, I am going to rally the people of my village and surrounding villages on the eastern side of that highway, okay?
Right.
And we are going to come down to the western side of the highway, which is Felicity. So it would be a merger of east meets west.
We did that. We
are going to rally for our people.
Rally our troops.
Our troops.
We did something like that. You understand? There was resistance against the property tax, right? And I've been hearing this, certain people campaigning, right? And they are saying, hear what they are saying? They're using this now as a campaign mantra that we are not going to allow property tax and all these things. These things really and truly have already been implemented. We can't be mama guy by that. What we need to do, we need to stand up as a unit. You understand? We have to stand up as a unit and send a clear message to those in authority. We could hire these fellas on them when we vote them election time, and we could also fire them. Just as the girls say, we have the choice to vote
and not to vote. Yes.
Now we hire these guys here. They are making decision, and they are making bad decision for the general population of Trinidad and Tobago. Are we going to watch it and our country slide down the drain and go down the abysses? Are we going to do that, my friends? We have to stop this madness. We have to stop this madness. And when we are putting MPs, and when we are putting councillors, and when we are putting representative for us, whether we are in opposition or whether we are in government, we have to select the best group of people who's going to represent, not the party. I'm fed up at this.
Yes, not no party representation.
Yes, I'm fed up at this.
Represent the people of this country.
We supporting party. I can remember this, and I check in. I voted 7 times interval for a specific party, and they have not done anything. They have not done anything. When they were in government, they did nothing for Felicity. They did nothing for us. We have the worst cremation site. We have the worst boatyard, the worst duct. We don't have a clinic. We don't have a health center. We don't have a swimming pool. We don't have a good pavilion. We have nothing in this area to show, right? And I'll tell you something. There are communities just coming up just about 5 years, 4 years time, and they have everything. Why is that so? Because they have proper representatives. We don't have that. We supporting party. We fed up at this. But again, I'm not telling you don't support the party, but the party have to start supporting us. When we choose a councillor, when we choose our MP, the party have to listen, not because the MP is going to support the leader or the party organizers or what have you. You can't do that. We can't. For how long are we going to take this madness? They're shoving down this councillor, they're shoving down this MP on our throat. And when we look at very few MPs, very few ministers really and truly are really supportive of their people. If you look at MPs and you look at ministers and you ask people, Rohan Sinanan, right? You are the Minister of Works and Infrastructure, right? Where is your constituency? Where? Are you representing your constituency? When you look at Minister of National Security, are you representing your constituency? When you look at Faris Alwari, are you representing your council? When you look at the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, does that Prime Minister really and truly walk or meet anybody in his constituency?
The Prime Minister said, I represent 29,000 voters in my constituency, and I know not one of them.
And you know something? He get through.
That is our MP, and that is our Prime Minister speaking.
No, but I tell you something. I beg to differ with you, because I tell you something. These men who are going up there and who are claiming to be representative of the people, they have to understand that there is a God. There is a God watching. You might get away from man. You could be able to bribe man. You could be able to pay man. You could pay man to watch the other direction. You could pay man to win a case. You could do anything you want, my friends. But when it comes to the law and the ordinance of God Almighty, every atom of good that you do, you're going to be rewarded. And every atom of evil you do, you're going to be punished. I know that, and you know that. I don't think you know that. Right? So my friends, again, it is very imperative. Right? We started this pothole competition, as I said before. Join us. Take out pictures. Don't only complain. Take out pictures. You know, we talk about the Petersfield Main Road, and a video came in. Video came in with that, right? And the guy was showing you that is a tragedy, not an accident. That is a tragedy waiting to happen, because when you look at, you know, these drivers, let me tell you all something. Trinidad and Tobago, listen. Trinidad and Tobago, Prim, you could body in any time. Trinidad and Tobago, listen. A taxi man, right? A taxi man who is working a bus, a maxi for another man. He has to give that person maybe 500 a day.
And then hustle his own day work.
And then he had to hustle his day work, and then he had a full diesel for his vehicle. So he had no time to waste. You understand? He had no time to waste, because we're talking about real hustle. Right? Real hustle. And then again, you would realize that people not working, so there's not enough passengers maybe to facilitate. So everybody is on a different motion, a different speed, a different pace. And that is what is happening. Diesel price went up so high. People have to work harder. People have to spend more time on the road. People have to take less rest. All these things are adding up, and that is causing a damage in our society, my friends. Nobody is getting anything free, whether it's government or everything in the government purview is tax. Everything. Let me tell you something. A man, let me look at the maxi men and them. Let me look at the farmers. they run out of a part, right? Maybe something broke, a bearing or something in their tractor, right? The government has not initiated not a single thing, right, to make sure that these fellas get the parts at a no VAT price. You know, farmers not supposed to be paying VAT, right? Yeah. Especially farm equipment.
Exempt from taxes.
They are exempted. Nothing like that. So farmers had to face, they had to face the same brunt of the sword, and then man will be laughing and giggling, right, and say that we had to raise the price of this and we have to raise the price of that, and you know, all these things, importation taxes. People who used to normally, you know, bring in a little something via the air freight and all these things, that can all gone up. You understand? They want to get everything for themselves. They don't want nobody to shop abroad, right? They want people to bring it in this country at 100% profit, 100 or 200% profit, and then the poor citizens of this country who had access, alternative access to import something, they have to pay importation taxes.
Vote for we again.
And they come in, and they come in, and they come in, and again and again and again. What plan is, whether it's the UNC or the PNM? Because the other parties, I tell you something, I want to be real here. I want to be real here. They're going to take votes, right? They're going to take votes, maybe 300, 200, 12, 15, 25, 35, maybe 1,000 maximum, right? I have already, me is stupid. Prem, you are stupid, right? We have seen this happening in the past.
Information comes to the studios in hordes.
Right, so we know what is going to happen. We know the results. Those parties, those entities are going to make a dent now. The problem here it is good that they're doing it. It is good that they're doing it because they would later be, right now they are in the teething phase, they are in the trading phase. Later on they could be opposition for this country. And I have seen many men like Philip Alexander, this girl, Devika Thomas, and all these people. They are good people that, you know, they are voicing their opinion and they are looking at things, right? They are looking
strong forces.
Yeah, if they unite, you know, men like Gary Griffith and all these fellas can say what, but that man have a mouth, he could real talk. If you know he could talk, give him the talk. Make speeches, write things, and let the man talk. I tell you all something, my friends. All hands on deck. You want a good government in Trinidad and Tobago? All hands have to be united. No one party could ever throw out the PNM. No one party. So don't try that and come and tell me that we're going to throw out the PNM. PNM is a different vehicle. They know exactly what they're all about. You realize the last week or the last month.
How many times did opposing forces try to throw out the PNM?
Exactly.
And the days of the LP.
One time it happened. One time in history it happened. And again, my friend, that is when it was flour more than water.
Yes.
Right? Flour more than water. But you realize that they need to be united. A group of people have to come together simply because it is because of the cadastrals. It is because of EBC. Because when you look at Tobago have 2+ seats for PNM. You could have whoever there.
2 shore seats.
Tobago have 2 shore seats.
Yeah.
So we're looking at 39. Right? And you're looking at 18. And just the election is 4 or 5 seats. I don't see the reason, the relevancy where, you know, this new burden party will try to tackle 141 constituencies.
Doesn't make sense.
That's madness.
And they are not.
If I form a party, I would work in one constituency. I will target maybe Shoguana's borough
and take it.
Yes. Or I will. This is what they're supposed to be doing. I can't understand these fellas went to school, like college graduates and all these things. All they had to do come together, right, and say, okay, we look at the weakest of all seats,
which is here,
and look at where our support is. Where our support, where the people will change, where the people will you know, cause some sort of change or one transformation in their life, where the people are thinking freely and target that borough and come together and hear what, you know, one of these things, PP or NTA or United Farmers Association or whatever.
You take that borough.
They take one area. Or listen to Imam Rashid Karim. Take one area. Work one area and become you can't go in, you cannot be opposition. You cannot be opposition in this country, but you could take one borough. Instead of you fighting 141 seat, try to fight 9 seat, bring all your sources together and convince the people in one area, give us a chance. Give us a chance. We're going to make some changes. And you could be the real opposition if you take the Shoguana's borough, or you take the San Fernando borough, or you take the Cuva borough, or you take the San Juan Baratara borough. Target one borough. You all are doing madness. You all doing this all the time. They say that when a man do the same thing over and over and over and expect different result, that's a sign of madness. You have been seeing that many people have done the same thing like you all. Come together, unite as a one force and take one borough, take one corporation and win that corporation. And from there, my friends, you're gonna pedestal, you're gonna go up and up and up and up, and then the people, other boroughs, other areas would see that here what they are doing, what they said they were going to do, and other people will follow suit, my friends.
Well said, Imam.
So those of you who are locked on, 740-3347 or 372-2129, that is the number. Let's make some closing comment. Tell me if I am not thinking in a positive manner. Let us all unite and take one, but the time has gone. The time has gone. Selection have gone. But this is what you all have to do. That is the reason why we ask you to come in Sentinel Media Studio. Come here and sit down like big men and big women, and we will trash it out. We'll try to debate it, and we'll come to some amicable solution. And this is the solution. We need to take one corporation. All the smaller parties, NTA, PEP, United Farmers Association, MSJ, everybody come together. People are going to see you, people are going to talk to you, and people are going to vote for you. How you space out? Yes, you're going to get votes. You're going to get 27 so, you're going to get 13 so, you're going to get 137 so, and you're going to get the votes, and you're going to say, yeah, boy, we get votes and all. Hey, that is craziness. We have to win a borough and have a voice, a vociferous voice, where we can tell the people, here what, this is our stepping stone. We did this, we're going to tackle 2, we're going to tackle 3, we're going to tackle 4.
I think the borough to start with is to take Shogun's Borough Corporation.
Exactly, because you look at it, when you look at it in this area.
This is the worst borough.
Shogunas West. When it comes to Shogunas West,
drains and
you talk about the borough of Shogunas, you're going to realize that people here.
How much vehicles back up in the last program we had?
All.
I
can't remember the last day I see a blue, the color thing. You tell me something. The color of the Shogunas borough vehicles are blue.
Yes, they are blue.
Audience outside, call me and tell me when last you see a blue backhoe, when last you see a blue excavator,
a blue truck,
when you see a blue truck,
a blue steamroller.
When last you see that, people? We're not making up this. We don't want to be in prison in our community from now until thy kingdom come. We don't want to be like that. We want to live a good free life.
The color has changed from blue to rust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So my friends, those of you who are locked on, 740-3347 372-2129. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap up our program here today on Hard Facts on this beautiful station, Sentinel Media Broadcasting.
Hard Facts. With me again is the strong, the vehement, the courageous, the fearless Imam Rashid Karim. Imam, it is indeed an honor to sit here with you. And you know, Imam, just before we went into the break, right? You were saying that these smaller parties that are contesting, like the NTA and the PEP and whatnot, okay, they really cannot win throughout this country.
No.
Okay, what they need to do is to centralize their energies and their resources into one area or 2 areas, okay?
Yeah.
And capture that area.
One corporation.
Yes.
One council.
And take it.
Yeah.
Right? And prove yourself from there. Okay? So Imam, you are totally right. I agree with you, but I feel the time has passed and gone.
And I'll tell you something, right? If the objective of all those political entities, budding political entities, I tell you something, I'm not stupid, eh? I'm not stupid. I'm a forensic auditor, right? And I tell you something. Normally, hear how things run in politics. You cuss that one, right? You blow up that one and you talk this one, and you know what? They give some hush money.
Yes.
They call you and they give some hush money. They say, boy, talk to your dog, pull back your dog barking too much, pull back your dog.
So, Imam, you might be expecting some hush money just now.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for the people to come. I will tell you something. I will negotiate with them, but I don't want anything for myself. I will negotiate with anybody come because I want my community felicity and environs. I want to have good roads. I don't care about anything. Don't give me nothing. Just fix the roads and show me, and I will identify. Like the PNM girl, the girl who was here last week.
Yeah.
Devika. Yeah, she was here last week, and they sent a video to the studio. I'm not showing any video yet. Right? I'm not showing any video yet because I don't want people to feel like I have some people in my community and many people outside watching we. They're watching the show, right? And they're not watching for any goodness to elevate us. They're looking to see when we're going to make a mistake to bring we down. So be careful, Prem.
Yeah.
That is the whole objective of some of the viewers. Now again, we have 80% good, loyal, loving people. People will call and say, Imam, continue your effort and all these things.
Imam, as you're on that topic, just run the video there, please. There's a clip we would like to show. Yes, go ahead. Volume.
My love to send to you with all my love. Take care,
Volume.
keep on the great work you're doing. Excellent.
Sister, basically what the sister is saying there.
She sent
What the sister is saying,
And the
and I want to
staff.
say hi. So what is sister name?
Shelly.
Shelly. I want to say a special thank you to Shelly for sending lunch for the workers and the staff members of Sentinel Media Broadcasting. Hats off to
she
you and
wished the Imam well.
thank you. And also I think she wished everybody well.
Yes.
Right, but maybe especially she have special feelings for the Imam. No problem. I appreciate that, sis. Again, we want to say hats off to you and continue your good work. And again, I think that was a occasion where she was taking the initiative to feed some poor and some homeless in the community and stuff. And she thought it fit that here she's going to send some lunch for members and staff of Sentinel Media and especially Hard Facts. So hats off to you, Sister Shelley. May God bless you and accept all your offerings. Right? Again, as we continue, we were discussing this. Right? People use political platform as a bully pulpit. Right? They come in, they set up something, and you know what? They get a voice, and when they do get this voice, what they want their voice to be tamed. So anybody, you know, they get a little hush thing, a little something so, and they shut up. This is not going to happen with Hard Facts. I start up with nothing, and I don't care for nothing, right? Because I tell you something, I invested in a political party. My time, my energy, my wealth, my family life, everything I invested in a party, a specific political party. And I'll tell you something, it was Maha ni Makaram. Maha ni Makaram means that very ungrateful. You have 19 and 20 people in cabinet and all these things. And you are not seeing the Imam in any meeting for 2.5 to 3 years, and you didn't see it fit. You know, before they went into in government, and not government, opposition. Right? That's the opposition I'm speaking about. To hell, I was hiding it. I can't hide it anymore because everybody know Imam Rashid is UNC. Everybody know that. Even the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, I was in the diplomatic center and I said Imam Rashid Karim, I in politics, and the Prime Minister watched me so and he said I know. The Prime Minister tell me he knows. So he knows as a UNC. I cannot be branded. I cannot be branded as anything. I am UNC, right? I'm still UNC and I will be UNC as long as UNC follow the political ordinance. You see this LGBT and all this kind of thing? I alter that. Okay? I alter that. And you see, anytime you want to deal with corruption and all this madness, that is against me because I don't want to sell my life here, my short temporary life, and compromise it for the eternal everlasting life. I don't want to do that. So my friends, again, those of you are locked on. Right? This program here, we are here bargaining. I was mentioning to the girl Devika, she is the PNM candidate, and a video came in for us, telling us, you know, what she have done. I said, don't allow me to do that for you. You send your videos and you book a segment in our program, and you come and tell John Public what you are doing. Because this election coming here, you know, many people come today in my business place and they say, but Imam, we had to get rid of this PNM, you know. We have to get rid of this PNM. I say, why? And then they started to say, well, you know, PNM are doing nothing, PNM. I say, well, why does that only 18 seats or 19 seats, constituencies, only saying that? What happened to the other 23? Huh? What happened to the other 23? They living in a dreamland. They live in a... So the point I'm making here is that PNM taking care of their people. PNM is taking care of their people. So my friends, those of you who are locked on, whoever is going up for election, whether it's UNC, PNM, whoever you're supporting, this time around, ensure that they do the correct thing. Or you know what to do. Ensure that they're doing the correct thing for you. Are they going to represent you, or are they going to represent themselves? Today, a lot of people come in the hardware because they know today's Saturday show, and they're trying to indoctrinate me and tell me about this councillor and that councillor and this one, that, and this. And you know what I'm saying? I get them the phone number. I say, you call this number, 740-3347. And you know, they don't have the testicular fortitude to call the station and say what they have to say. I tell them, call and say what you have to say, and make sure that they don't use any obscene and try to do blaspheme and lie against. Because this is what normally happens. Yeah. If you look at all the small parties coming up, this one fighting that one, and that one fighting this one, and you know, the real arch enemy, who is the arch enemy? Who is the real enemy? The government of the day, because they are not facilitating the mantra or the mandate of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We have the worst road, boss. Philip Alexander said that. He said that we have the worst road in Trinidad, and that is a vociferous voice.
That is a fact.
Yes.
Every citizen knows that. The minister knows that. The prime minister knows that. The opposition leader knows that. Who is doing anything about it, Imam? Nobody.
What I would want, you see, that's one of the reasons why, you know, I would like Rohan Sinanan to do his own press conference. And you must do 4 press conferences, East, West, North, and South. And hear what the people have to say to you. And if you have shame, if you have any shame, you will understand. You know it's Sarape? Prem, tell them what is Sarape.
Sarape is when you hurt someone's feelings conscious-mindedly or unconscious-mindedly, and you pronounce spiritual curses upon you, warfare on you.
Yes.
And it will take effect.
That is Sarape. And let me tell you something. In the Islamic faith, right? In the Islamic faith, whether you believe in Allah or you don't believe in Allah, right? I'm just telling you how far it reached when it comes to justice of God. God Almighty says, right, that if you oppress an unbeliever, a person who doesn't believe in your faith, you oppress that person, and that person pray and ask God Almighty, his prayers is going to be accepted. That will tell you how the value of people who are oppressed and who are suppressed and who are depressed because of your hand doing.
And the power of prayer.
Exactly. So my friends, again, those of you who are locked on, I want to take this opportunity to let you all know this, that you have a voice. Okay? I want to tell you all this. You have a real good voice on this program. We are not supporting PNM. We are not supporting the UNC. We are not supporting PEP. We are not supporting United Farmers. We are not supporting NTA. Get that in the back of all your skull. So don't feel that you come in here and we go support you because we hate PNM. Yes, many people hate PNM. But also remember, many people love PNM. That is the reason why PNM in power.
Yes.
If everybody they hate PNM, UNC would have been in power. So it clearly indicates that 23 constituencies love PNM and 19 constituencies love the UNC. So what they have to do now is try to see how they can get that equilibrium going where they can work the marginal seats. Don't wait till the last minute now, people. All of this get me so sick. All of this mama guy people and fool people, the last year for the election coming in 2025.
Then you will see them.
Then you'll see them coming out and have this forum and that, this and that and the next, and have this meeting, cottage share and street meeting and dialogue. Hey, all of fool people enough. But you know something? The hard part about it working, you know.
I'm not going to tell you that.
It works. That strategy working.
It works.
You know something? I want to tell you all something. A man come and tell me this, as I close this program here today. A man tell me, Imam, them Baba Green machine, right? That fellas like Jusamco and fellas like Seram Brothers and like Kusal and all them big company, when they have them machine on them big long truck and they heading up north side, right? They doing that for sure. Or what they doing that for? I said, boy, you ought to be crazy. That's a question you're not supposed to be asking. You asking answers.
Correct. They are going to work.
They're going to work.
Pave road.
They're going to pave road. And they will pave roads. And they will pave roads until
not, because they headed north.
Until it have no
more road to pave.
And then when they finish, they will come down here and they will give the central Chaguanas Borough will take a road and they will fix it in front of their mama and papa house. And they will fix it by the auntie and nenen house. And that is what they're doing here. And good, hard-working people who working hard, farmers, they have the worst road to traverse. You know something? The taxi men in Felicity and Charlieville and Chaguanas and things, they don't talk.
The road good.
The road good.
Road good.
So why we must come here and bray like, you know what? Like four-legged animal here, bring here. But you know why I am bringing here, Prim? I tell you. I am bringing here for that person who do not have voice. Because the Charlieville taxi, the Felicity taxi, the Monroe taxi, the Bokal taxi, where is the Taxi Association of Trinidad and Tobago? Huh? Where are they all sleeping? Where are they all sleeping? All you need to send out press release demanding, not asking. When a man come to work for me, right? Let me tell you something. When a man come to work for me, I stipulate this is what I want you to do for me. You come to work from 7 and you go 4. Right? You have a 45 minutes or hour lunch. Right. You know restaurant where you're going to pose and sleep on plywood in the back and take off your clothes and sleep and then relax. No. You come to make an honest day work. The ministers in parliament, you supposed to be making always no body gods, always no goddess, always slave of the people. You can understand that? Stop trying to be king when you have taken the position of being a worker and a slave of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. So I am calling on all friends and those of you who are listening, tell all those those persons who have taxi association in Trinidad and Tobago, or they plan something. Let the government of the day know for a fact that the roads are very bad, or let's stay quiet. When good people stay quiet, evil prevails. Okay? So my friends, again, I want to thank you all wholeheartedly. May God Almighty bless each and every one of you all. Some of you are still frightened to call, or maybe this program is fit enough for you all to call, no problem. But we know for a fact that we're not doing this for name, fame, or show.
Not at all.
We're not doing
if
this
that
for...
was If that was the aim and objective of this program, I would not have been
I want to tell you all something today, right? I'll tell us something. I want to be honest. My partner here, Prim, if Prim doesn't come in one of my shows to do our show, I would feel very hurt. I would not have the zeal and the enthusiasm as how I have it when I am with Prim. So my friends, again, try to get people like that, people with your same vision, people with your same enthusiasm to help people. That is what we have to do. Because if you get a heart attack tomorrow, or you get a heart attack today and you drop down, you're coming back in this world for nothing. And you're coming back to correct no deed and no land deed and fix no papers in the bank and give your daughter and your son and this one, that on the neck. You're not going to do that. You see, the last meal was this morning, or last meal was no. Finish. All our grocery I buy last week in PriceSmart where you went and spent $4,000. Finish. Give it out to charity.
Amen.
Do you do that? No. You want to buy today, stock it up today, and wait till it expire in your pantry. And then when it expires, you want to share it out. Hey, give your neighbor this, give your friend that. Hey, stop doing that.
When you're given, you need to give the best, Imam.
That is what, you know the point I'm making? The point I'm making is for the ministers, you know.
Yes, I know.
I'm making that for the ministers.
Give off yourself, the best of yourself.
What they're doing, now is election time, they come into mamagai the population.
But Imam, they're patching all over in Shagwanas, you know.
No, they are patching, man. They are giving Shagwanas nothing. Shagwanas have no counselors. Yeah, Shagwanas have no counselors. Shagwanas have nobody.
But I am waiting on
no voice.
I am waiting on the individual who is going up for Charlieville Monroe area, and I understand is the incumbent. When you're going to come into that road called Ashraf Road, Upper Ashraf Road, come and see the condition of that road. Come and see it. And solicit your votes when you come. I will assist you.
I read a post where a person wrote, right, when it comes to that. He said that certain roads in that area have been paved 3 and 4 times. And certain areas have not even smelled the baba green, the aroma of the baba green. I want to ask somebody something in Trinidad and Tobago here. I want you all to identify when was the last day your road was paved. Send it to me on this program Hard Facts. I'm going to read it out for you. Some roads have not even understood or get the smell or the fragrance or the aroma of any asphalt in donkey years. All right? So thank you all very much. Yes. Thank you all very much for listening to us. Thanks to the callers who call us. And again, my friends.
And thanks to our caterer for today.
Right. Thank you very much, Sister Shelley. Okay, so may God Almighty bless each and every one of us. And may God Almighty keep us safe, our families safe. And again, the persons, we just making an appeal. If you have not slaughtered the animal yet, please, maybe you could do a good deed. Give back the people that animal, because the families right now, especially the young ones in the home, they are really traumatized. Okay, you didn't understand what you did.
Imam, you can call and say the animal is at so-and-so location, go and pick it up.
Yeah, while animal come here, we see animal, right?
To avoid any police action, that sort of thing.
Close up the program today.
So my friends, it has been a wonderful program today. Imam has really exerted himself. I took a backseat in today's presentation because Imam was so dynamic, that's the word to use. And that is called Shakti in Hinduism. Shakti means power, right? It means power that is always there, that is never ending, has no beginning, no end, no middle. And you know, Imam, you were very, very dynamic today. Hence I took a back seat. So my friends, be safe. May your homes always be filled with food, with love, with harmony, with peace. Wherever you go, put God first. When you're coming back, ask Him to bring you back home safe and sound. Bless you with prosperity, long life, peace, happiness, joy always. And may you make a informed, right decision on the 14th of August. Vote for change.
Okay, so again, don't forget, my friends, those of you who are locked on, do not ever forget that this program, Hard Facts, belongs to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You are the one who are making us, not famous, you are the one that is making us really and truly lively for many, many thousands and thousands of citizens of this country. You are bringing hope where there were total despair. Again, our program is Mondays, take note, Mondays, Wednesdays and Saturdays from 1 p.m. Okay, God spare our life. Again, my friends, I want to say hats off to our producer, our technical staff here, and all those who have assisted us. I want to say hats off to you all, and may God Almighty bless each and every one of us. God bless our nation.